Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly M1 Finance Dividend Portfolio Review. Balance on the account is $63,610.06. Let's see how the portfolio performed for the past week. So I was actually in the green this week, which is a 180 from the horror that was last week for anyone who watched my video update then. But let's just see who were the winners and the losers for this past week. So SCHD, one of the winners, it went up 2.71% or $980.94. Realty Income went up 2.19%, another winner, $275.42. VGT went up 3.28% or $300.42. So that's great. VTI went up 2.48% or $61.03. So it looks like VGT was the winner for this week in terms of percentage increase. Let's go ahead and look at the deposits for the past week. So there was a lot of different activities. So let's just take it from the top because Q2 ended, of course, at the end of June. So all of my quarterly dividend paying ETFs paid out the Q2 dividend. So we'll talk through that as well. Okay, so starting on June 26th, I got my largest dividend ever from SCHD in the amount of $320.15. Now, I have been investing heavily in SCHD, so it makes sense that my dividend amount increased significantly, but I really do believe in this ETF, and I'm going to continue to invest in it, and I'm hoping to just continue to grow the dividend amount. I don't necessarily have a goal for the dividend. It would be great if I could grow the balance to a point where it could cover my yearly expenses, but I know I would need to invest a ton of money for that to happen, but I'm just happy with the progress that I'm making. And then on June 26th, so the same day, I deposited $315. So the $315 I put in, I had one buy, it all went to SCHD, and I got 4.44 shares. And then the dividend of $320.15, I got one buy, all to SCHD. I got 4.50 shares. Now, the reason why all of the funds are getting traded into SCHD is because my goal is for this portfolio ultimately to be 95% SCHD and 5% realty income. So all the money for probably through the rest of this year will just be getting invested into SCHD, which is fantastic. And then on June 28th, I got a dividend, the quarterly dividend for VTI, $9.45. Nothing to write home about. And then on June 28th, I deposited $35.74. And that amount was traded, all went to SCHD. I got 0.50 shares. And on June 29th, this is where the magic happened in terms of this portfolio and why the balance went from being in the 58,000s last year to now 63,000. So it was a pay week for me, and I was looking at all of my numbers and where I want to allocate my money. Now, every pay day, I always have money set aside, a significant amount of money set aside to invest in my brokerage account and also my daughter's 529 account. The rest of like retirement investing accounts, that all gets pulled from my paycheck. So like I'm on track to max out my 401k. I'm on track to max out the HSA, and I've already maxed out my Roth IRA. So my paychecks, any excess, I really look at that as an opportunity again to invest in my brokerage and again for my daughter's 529. that will get converted to an Able account. Go watch that video if you want more information on what I'm talking about. So I just decided to just put a big chunk of money, of excess money, to the 529, to my M1 Finance account. So I put in $3,100, and if you see, it got traded, the $3,100, and then also the $9.45 in dividend that I got from VTI. So that all went to SCHD, and I got 43.44 shares. It actually kind of blew my mind when I saw the quantity that I got. I was like, 43 shares. Wow, that's a lot of shares, which is great. I love it, but I was just like, whoa, it was a lot higher than I thought it would be. So for the week, of my own money, I put in $3,450.74, and I walked through the dividend amounts that I got paid out with you. So this was definitely a big deposit week. I just needed to just get this portfolio going. I'm going to go into detail in terms of like how it's performing. We're still in the negatives, but we're making progress. For the upcoming week, right now, you see I have $475 set to trade next week. If I can conjure up more money, I will definitely do that. But for now, I just have the $475, and that's all going to go into SCHD. So just to give you perspective here, so as you can see, my goal, the ultimate goal for SCHD is 95%, but you can see it's only 61% right now. So this is why, again, all deposits are going towards it. Realty income, I'm over-indexing it. I wanted 5%, it's at 20.1%. But again, over time, as I invest money, it's going to like rebalance itself. And then VGT and VTI, I'm in the negatives for this. I'll talk through that shortly. But once these go into the positive, I'm just going to sell them and pull all the funds into SCHD. So let's just go ahead and see where we are. So I'm still down on this account. I haven't made any money at all on this account. So you see I'm down $2,720.50 or 4.1%. Now this is a huge difference from the 4,000 plus I was down last week. So it's good that the loss is going down, but I need this to get into the positives, right? So SCHD, you see here, I'm down 2.09%. Realty income is not doing good. I'm down 10.61%, but I do believe in the stock. So again, I'll keep it 5% of my portfolio eventually, but right now, no additional funds are going into it. VGT is at 1.89% in terms of loss. And again, once this hits green, selling, putting all that money into SCHD. And VTI is at 7.05% loss. So the biggest loser is realty income, and we all know commercial real estate is not doing too hot right now, which is exactly what they are. So we'll see. I do, again, still believe in the stock. I definitely still believe in SCHD. Is this VGT and VTI that I am no longer interested in keeping and will be selling once it goes green. So that's just for you all to see. And if we just go back to the portfolio, we can see what happened here. So I started the week at $58,281.11. I put in $3,780.34 for the week, and then at a market gain of $1,548.61. So that's what brought it up to the $63,610.06. So I'm really happy to be in the 60s, and we'll see what the rest of the year brings. We're only at the halfway mark, and my investing will slow down over the next couple months. What I mean, I won't be able to put in $3,100 in the account on a payday, because I am in the process of buying my home and we'll need to furnish that. So furniture is so expensive, y'all, so expensive. And yes, but I'm definitely trying to be mindful of that because there's a big part of me that's like, I'll just stay in the empty house and take all the money that I will spend on furniture and just invest that in the stock market. I know that's a little bit wacky to think, but I mean, furniture, it's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm just like, that money could be invested in the stock market. But that's one of the price of home ownership, just furnishing it. I can't have my daughter and myself sleeping on the floor. If it was just me, I'd probably sleep on the floor. But anyway, so this is where we are. I'll definitely still be investing every single week, every single month. But it's just, instead of a $3,000 deposit on payday or a $2,000 deposit, it might be like a $500 deposit or a $600 deposit. So still putting money in, but just not at a real high amount. But that should pivot back into me being able to put in larger chunks of money in the later half of the year once the home is furnished or mostly furnished. So we'll see. But feeling good, just want this account to actually go into the green because it hasn't yet, but taking it one day at a time. Okay, I'll catch you next week. Bye.